Yes, sir. Welcome back to another episode of the HBCU The Show with your host, Hashim the Dream. You already know what it is. And my co-host.
Good rising, good people. Bobby K here. And our honorary co-host slash editor, Wale.
Oh, no do-rag, y'all. No do-rag. Okay, Bob?
Finally,
Ooh, great.
Get your haircut. Forget your haircut. But yeah, nice to see
You
everyone
cut
again.
my hair.
Hope everyone had a great Valentine's Day weekend, whatever. You're corny for that. But yeah,
Thumbnail, bitch.
We got an exciting topic today.
It's still Black History Month, so stay black. You heard me?
Facts.
Yeah.
Stay black, stay healthy, stay liberated. But this episode, we are not talking about Black history. We are talking about something beyond the comprehension of things. And you see the title. It's time for us to discuss and review
Bars.
Season 4, Part 1. What happened?
I said discuss you. We're talking to the audience directly.
We're doing Season 4 of You, Part 1, obviously. And we're just going to talk about a variety of things, from our likes to dislikes of the show, of Part 1 to, some theories that we've seen or might have. And also at the end, discuss what we like, dislike, and what are we expecting in Part 2. So, Wale, if you want to kick us off.
All right, so first off, is Bobby's favorite question. Was Joe's actions valid to y'all this season so far?
Yeah. I mean, and this might go ahead with what like theories that we talk about later on that. So like, if you wake up and you see a dead body on your table, and you already know that you're not supposed to be in England or London or wherever it was in the UK, you have to get rid of the body.
To be fair, to a certain degree, yes.
Okay.
Yeah, thank you. You all over the place. Just agree with
I think being that so many of the side characters were so irredeemable, and we'll get into that a little bit more later, but because so many of them were so irredeemable, and he was trying to ingratiate himself with this new setting that he was in, being in London, and being a professor under a new alias, he got caught up in some shit where someone was trying to frame him, deservedly so, and he had to clean it up and stay on his toes, so to make sure that his name was clean, and that he wouldn't be found out for who he really was. So, in essence, yes.
Okay. And I say his actions questionably so, but yes. Preferably, if Joe really wanted to do this whole reform thing, he should have went to the police and reported the shit, even though it looks bad.
Nigga, what?
No, you're
listen.
wild.
I said his actions were valid though. But like you said, if he wanted to really change and reform himself, he could have done something completely different out of his character. But
he could have went to jail, is what you're saying.
Yeah.
Time out. Are you suggesting that Joe Goldberg turned Jonathan Moore, turns into the police information about a killing when he's the new guy in town, when he's trying to keep a low profile? That's what your suggestion was.
He's the last person seen with the guy.
Aside from that, I said what I said. Aside from that, he's working with a lot of scumbag people.
That's a fact.
And
all of them are garbage people.
They're all garbage. Yes.
All of them are garbage.
And he had to, again, I don't think framing him was crazy. Like, you're killing in his name now, and that's still just as bad. So Joe did the right thing in doing what he actually no. What there's one thing Joe did that wasn't valid that pissed me off.
Yeah, keep going.
He did the right thing.
No, he's doing the right thing of tracking this person down, and trying to clear his name. But there's one thing he did later on when we find out who the killer is that pissed me off, that really could have helped him, made the situation a lot easier. We'll get to that.
Okay. Fair. Hashim, what do you think? We already know your answer, but
I already said he had to do what he had to do. There's
All
times
right.
where he had the ring on him, but you saw earlier that he got bumped by somebody, right? That could have planted the ring on him, and the bodyguard was not gonna have it, you know.
This this is
So
so. This is a question we
he
didn't
had to.
I didn't put down. But did you think Joe was valid in killing that guy?
He had to.
yes.
That guy was on his case the whole time.
After he was stalking Kate the whole day, but yes.
He was protecting her.
He was
And
not
the only-
protecting her.
And
He
the
was not
only reason,
protecting
yes, he
her.
was.
He was
Yes,
protecting himself. Stop. He was protecting himself. He was not protecting her.
From getting, he was gonna get. Anyway, the only reason that this bodyguard was chasing him because he saw that man get peed on.
Yo, let's wait a minute.
Golden showers.
Bro, the fact that Adam, one of the new side characters in season 4, this whole group, first of all, is a bunch of rich ass elitists. So one of the characters, Adam, who is one of the main people who actually ingratiates himself with Jonathan. We're gonna have to keep calling him that. The fact that this motherfucker went after dogging his black waiter right after the dinner, went into this private spot and was getting golden showered by this man.
Why are you
blew
highlighting
my
this?
mind, bro. I don't know how y'all reacted to it, but I was like, what the fuck is going on?
I was just like, damn. And then Joe, I was like, damn, Joe, you watching a little too long.
At that point, I just knew he wasn't the killer. But that brings me to the next question. Now we need to just talk about right now, right away.
Yeah.
So, who were y'all prime suspects of being the killer before the reveal, and were you surprised?
All right, Wale, you go first.
Okay, go ahead.
Top 3, only 3,
Go ahead.
and why? Why did you think?
Am I going or are you going, Wally?
I think
You go
Hashim should
first.
go because Hashim seems
Okay.
eager.
I thought one, the student acting a little too
Yo, that's
little too.
Facts!
She know about the books. She know about this type of murder stuff. She is trying to get into the guy's house.
To get a letter, get a random letter that she wrote for him, didn't disclose what was in the letter. That's mad sus.
There's something wrong.
Okay, that's
And they
one.
just so happen to be in the same spot all the time, her and Jonathan. Like, what? Nah.
And then I thought the girlfriend, just because she's a
Which
bitch.
girlfriend?
Phoebe?
Kate?
I thought Phoebe, but I was talking about the girl
Kate?
to the Malcolm.
Kate?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, I did too.
I don't know. The way she be talking sounds like the way the stalker is like talk. Like show your real self, blah blah blah. I knew you. It's just the mannerisms that I feel like are similar. And 3, I thought Phoebe because she keeps saying
What you said to me the other night. Ever since the night we met, the way you spoke to me.
makes me feel so much deeper. I feel like he could have just said like I'll be killing people, and she's just like, wow, he was open with me, blah blah blah. Remember, she keeps saying that's why she become obsessed with him.
Yeah, I remember what she said. Mm-hmm.
When he was drunk and out of it, and she just be gone when she saw the boyfriend gang about to get round 2 with P, right? In the mansion, she ran away, and that was the last time we saw her until she came back, and Kate was telling her, "Oh yeah, the dead body," and she was just, "Yep, well, that's fine." Like that's,
I don't know about
how you be
the first two that you said. I understand. Phoebe was actually one of the last people I ever thought was being suspects because I just felt like she was too like. She didn't seem witty enough to or menacing enough to do it. I feel like the other people of the group, because most of the other ones were so fucking irredeemable. I feel like she was like probably the last person I would think was the actual suspect, to be honest. For me, I would say number 1 was probably Raoul.
Raoul?
I think that's rolled. Yes, rolled. Number 2. I would say Adam, just because like he always like he ingratiated himself with Joe, but he always like seemed off. Like he never like seemed very like upfront about shit. Like it always seemed like he was speaking in code or just moving type of way. We found out what his kink was getting peed on. Like he was moving mad, right? And in 3, I thought it was a wild card. I thought it was I thought it could have been either Marion or possibly Love.
Shut up! Just shut up, you idiot!
I did.
Of course, you
did.
gotta bring that bitch up again. Of course, you just love bringing that hoe
Bro,
up.
I'm being a fucking hater to Love, bro.
I still
Bringing that
think
hoe
Love.
up for what reason?
First of all,
You talking about Marion Wale?
No, I'm talking about Love.
if I need you to acknowledge that Love was not as annoying as majority of these fucking
Yes,
characters
she
have
the
been.
fuck was.
No, she was. No.
Yes, she was.
No.
Yes, she
Bro,
was. When
Sophia,
she's
was
unsolicitedly killing people and making more problems, where Joe's actually taking better care of his actions, yes, I'm gonna be annoyed. She's
bro,
annoyed.
Joe is literally hanging out with socialites who are wealthy because of their generation before them, who have no empathy. Bro, three friends in the group fucking died, and these niggas were acting like nothing happened. That's
What does that got to do with
bro.
Love? What does that got to do with my disdain for Love? What does that got to do with shit?
You just don't
Meaning-
like her, bro. You just don't like her. It's okay.
Yes, obviously. Oh my
No,
god.
what I'm saying is, at least with Love, she had some type of. The reason why she acted the way she did and did things that were incomprehensible was because of her love for Joe, her love for her son, her love for 40, her love for people. She actually has like a pulse. She actually has a soul.
Preach.
These niggas in this season have no soul, and that's one of the things
If
I
you have
don't
a
like.
soul,
These
if you
characters
have a
are
soul,
crazy.
you're not going to kill people because
So,
you
like
got
Joe?
a little jealous.
Like
Like
Joe.
Joe?
Huh?
No,
Like
don't
Joe?
say that, Hashim, because you defend Joe. Stop. You defend
Yes,
Joe
you
all
can
the
say
time.
like Joe too. Joe's twisted in the fucking head
But
too. We're not making excuses
he
for
don't
him.
hate Joe like he hate Love.
That's true. That's a fact. That's a
Yeah,
fact.
no shit. You wanna know why? Because I got fools like Bobby saying that's his soulmate. A soulmate's supposed to improve your ass and expose yourself and
She
make
did
you work for
improve
the
him.
better.
What do you mean?
She
She did improve him.
expose.
She did not improve him.
How? How?
He still killed. Remember Marianne's ex? He killed his ass. Who else did he kill that season? I forgot
What's
who else
That's
he
not
killed.
on Love. That's not on
That's
Love.
not on Love.
That's on-
What
that's
the
on
fuck?
No, I'm saying Joe killed Marianne's ex.
Joe can't be fake, bro.
No, stop. I said a soulmate is someone who's supposed to improve you and see the area ways you become a better person. And she wants you to become a better person, right? Not
She did.
encourage you.
She did
not-
improve him because she made him more conscious of the actions
Oh,
that he was
is that why
doing.
Joe was still stalking women and killing exes?
Because
He
Joe was
didn't
a
stop him.
psychopath. What
He
the
didn't
fuck?
stop him.
And yet she didn't help improve him on that aspect of his life. So, and she's not the soulmate that you say.
I want to know
Anyways.
who's gonna help Joel stop killing. And
Literally.
being obsessed with people.
Literally,
Who knows?
it's in his nature.
Who knows? But all right, let me get to my top 3 real fast. So I'm gonna go with Kate. Number 2 was a student because, as you said, she was just having answers for these murder mysteries and that whole letter shit. It could have been some subliminal, like, hidden message there. 3, what was her name? Sophie?
Sophia or
Yeah.
Gemma?
It was Sophia. Because at the end, when like she was in the room with Kate, she was talking in a way where I'm like, oh,
Phoebe?
I thought huh?
You talking about
Kate.
Phoebe?
Phoebe. She was with
okay.
Kate in the room after she saw the blood and everything. And she seemed very cool about it and explained the situation. I'm like, all right. She gave off the impression that she was airheaded and the whole Joe obsession, but then it's like she just switched up like that. I'm like, oh, she might be
That's
the
what I'm
one.
saying.
Nah.
Honorary mention though, I will say is Reese because I had suspicions on him off rip.
So that was gonna be my next question for both of you guys. So like the killer, spoiler, I mean this whole episode's a spoiler alert, but the killer ended up being revealed at the end as Reese. What was your reaction to that, and were you surprised?
I was not surprised. Oh, my bad, Hashim.
No, go for it.
I was not surprised. As soon as I saw his legs, I'm like, you motherfucker. I was like, I knew it because it made sense. He wasn't present. That was the main thing that I was like, why is he not here? That's sus. And I forgot about it as time went on. The whole roll stuff. I didn't think it was rolled anyway, but still. It didn't surprise me. I just want to know why now. That was the main thing. Hashim?
It's like in the back of my head, I was like, it could be him, but like, nah, he's never around. what motive, and this is also why, like, this is why I was on Bobby's side with like love could be a person just because the person found about his past too easy.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying.
I also
But they're
thought it was
rich. Remember that.
the little girl, that
Ellie?
yeah, that she
Oh,
she good
side note.
technology.
Side note, before you continue, I remember in our prediction video, one of my requests was I was hoping and praying that Ellie would be a part of this season, but apparently she said in an interview, Jenna Ortega, she said that because she was filming Wednesday, the schedule for that, she wasn't able to be a part of the season. So I guess she might have planned to. I think she would have added so much to the season personally, but that's whatever. It is what
They
it
be
is.
lying, bro. They be lying. So I'm not believing until I finish the season.
Okay, I mean, fair enough. Okay. Me personally, I wasn't surprised that it was Reese, even though I didn't name him as my suspect. I wasn't surprised because, in essence, the killer they was framing the person as eat the rich killer. So this is a person that is anti-capitalism, that's anti-royalty, that's anti everything that this group personifies. So the person that seemed like the biggest outlier of the group, who would have the most motive to kill people within the group, was Reese. Especially because of the conversation he had with Joe early in the beginning of the season. What happened?
Conversations,
yeah. And just his energy and everything, I'm just like, nah, he don't sound or talk or move anything like the rest of them. And he's the author of a book. I'm like,
He's running for mayor.
If he's running for mayor, like he has so many aspirations and things that coincide with someone who would be willing to frame Joe, and to also be the eat the rich killer. Especially because now he can try to adopt control over the was it the city, the country, I guess, as the mayor, or I don't know how it works in the UK. The city, yeah. So yeah, I wasn't surprised. I was actually kind of relieved, actually, because I kind of like Reese, to be honest.
You were relieved that he is the killer?
Yeah, he's relieved.
I mean, okay, see, this guy is ridiculous. What I mean relieved is terms of like, he makes sense. I didn't want it to be someone who didn't make sense. Like Phoebe to me would have made no sense.
That would have made sense.
I don't think it would have made sense. I didn't get any vibe from her or anything that she did that was that suspect for her to be the killer. Most of the girls outside of Kate wouldn't have made sense to me. Yeah, like I feel like Reese makes sense. So within the story, at least.
I think by having people that wouldn't make sense be the killer would also make like, wow.
Yeah, but But I think doing things for shock value in a story that's weaved like this, instead of doing something that is consistent with what we've been told throughout the season, would be very annoying and very like counterproductive.
Game of Thrones.
I don't even watch Game of Thrones, and I understand your reference. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, you gotta have stuff that's consistent with what you've been telling the audience the whole season. Otherwise, what the fuck was the point?
Mm-hmm.
True.
So,
all right. So the next question then is, what did you like and dislike about part one?
I dislike the friends, all of them.
I dislike the friends so bad. Oh my, Kate was the biggest bitch the first 3 episodes. Oh my god.
For no reason.
The biggest of bitches.
Saved their life.
Yo. Who? Bro.
Saved their life is like, okay, nobody asked.
But here's my thing.
Like,
I disliked
that.
I disliked the part where I dislike the friends, but I dislike them because of the acting. Because I'm like, all right, there's a killer going around killing the rich. I would think you are more appalled and more aggressive and concerned. You know, like your world is kind of crumbling, like you're not invincible, but they're treating it like it's a Tuesday. And I'm like, this just feels unrealistic to me. So that's what I didn't like too much, except for like some characters. And I didn't like fucking Joe, the way he was not talking to people. Like, oh, what was his name? Gemma was confronting him at the dinner table. I'm like, Joe, put this bitch in her place and shock these motherfuckers, please. He's just like,
I mean, that's what he does every season, though.
Listen, nah.
It sounds like you're trying to defend him.
This is the one where I'm like, all right, you gotta like, make this engaging, bro. Like really make this engaging. Like you hate these people. Let's see some of that
That
out,
fire.
come out of Joe. It would have been a nice change. Yeah. Oh, and
Yeah.
another thing I disliked was when Rolls bitch ass, like he was like interrogating Joe the shotgun. He's like, "Where were you?" I'm like, "Joe." Joe is just sitting there like just panicking. I'm like, "Joe, you have an alibi. It's right in your face. This guy pushed you out of a fucking window and you heard the screams. You could have told everyone that." And what was Roll gonna say at that point?
Exactly.
That's how you
They're
knew
not
about
gonna. They're
Gemma.
not gonna believe him though. He's
They
an
weren't.
outsider, and everybody started dying once he got there.
But the way I see it, that was legit. I think that would have caught Roll off guard because he was really playing into his hands. How would Roll lie that up?
I dislike the whole idea of him being in that friend group to begin with.
He has
To be honest, no, because if you think about it, in an elitist social like group, right? They're not going to just have randos in there because one or two people in the group fuck with him. I don't think that's how that will work.
She's
honestly.
the queen of the group, bro. She's the most popular, has the most
Who,
power.
Phoebe?
Yes.
Yeah, but the rest of the group was so detested by the thought of him even being around them. Like, and
Yeah,
they're
but
just casually telling him information. Bro, Adam literally was telling him, like, yeah, bro, I'm thinking about marrying Phoebe. I'm
they're
thinking
the
about
only
doing this and that. Like, what?
They're the only Americans, and they're also artificial. So
It's fake.
nobody's really getting. Yeah, they're
That's
not real.
another
friends.
thing I didn't like. So and this is the thing that is crazy. They're supposed to be, or they're putting on the persona or the perception that they're all friends in this group. Yeah, 3 of these motherfuckers died, and their reactions to each death, from Simon to Malcolm to even
That's what I
Gemma, was
said.
just like, okay. I mean, let's do some more drugs. Like what? Like, there's no sense of urgency that you might die next, especially when you have all this wealth and influence that to lose. Like, that doesn't really make sense to me, at least. Like, you're not paying it.
They don't care. First of all, they don't think of them as real friends. Their definition of friends is
Of
completely.
course, they're not real friends. I was saying that the whole season.
But I'm saying,
But
like, think of it like if you saw, like, on the news, somebody just died. You're not gonna relate to that because it's not somebody that you know. It's gonna be like, oh, I'm just gonna go about my day.
they hang out with each other all the time. They're literally
They
around each
don't
other.
get to know each other, bro. They're not real friends. You're thinking of them as, like, your information that they're all artificial material.
Of course, they're fake as fuck. We know that. Yeah.
So I think you're thinking of it like, oh, a friend should be like, oh, it's caring no matter what level. They're fake and they're rich. They only use each other to get up in, like,
No,
popular.
but I'm thinking they should at least be reacting to these deaths, like because
That's what I'm saying. You're not fearful
down
at all. Like,
they look down on people like Joe. So I think it should enrage them that someone is killing them, or that could be among them. So now it should be some disdain towards one another, like some untrusting going on. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna segue to something positive. Like, what did y'all like about the episode? Oh, the whole part.
well, did we finish the dislikes?
Oh, do y'all have any more? Because that's some strong disliking now.
I don't know. I guess I wasn't as emotionally I didn't feel as emotionally invested in the side character stuff as I was in season 3. I felt like if anything that wasn't directly like involving Joe or maybe Kate, I wasn't that invested in, to be honest.
I think that's the point. I think this is this season more to focus on Joe, like, purely.
Yeah, but
Joe.
I feel like you need side characters who you can at least care about, even if you like want them to die or this, that, and the third. Like, I feel like in season 3 and even in 2, there were side characters. 40, for example, even though you talk shit about 40, like just different characters. The couple, like there was characters that you can kind of care about who was enthralled in the story in terms of like
about Phoebe.
Huh?
I care about Phoebe.
Why did you care about Phoebe?
Yeah,
because she was, out of all of them, and aside from Kate, she was like the most human. Because at some point she was like, disgusted by their behavior, like Gemma's, for example. How she
When
interacts
was
with
she
Joe.
disgusted?
But they were talking. It was one of the dinner scenes, and she was like, "Let's talk about something nice," and she walked away like she was annoyed and whatnot, like disgusted by them, like unpleasant feelings. And on top of that, she has better interactions with Joe, I feel like, and genuine love for Adam. So there's actual emotions coming from her. That's why I like Phoebes.
Well, what that was cute how you said Phoebes. That was adorable. But in that same scene that you're referring to, didn't she come back and then cosplay that she was dead
Yeah,
just to
'cause she's
play a
sick.
game with her obnoxious ass friends in the dining room? That's
But
the
I didn't
same.
say she was perfect. I'm just saying she's better than the
Oh,
rest of the motherfuckers.
okay. I feel you. I feel you. Okay. Well, we can get into the positives now.
I actually did like that it did not take the entire season, part 1 and 2, to find out who this killer was. I'm glad we got this at episode 5. And now we gotta wonder the next season how Joe's gonna maneuver now. Because usually with these murder mysteries, they wait to the last minute to try to string it all together. Think, aha, I'm the one, and this is how I did it and why. I'm like, all right. When they
But it would,
revealed it,
I don't think it would have benefited them to wait until part
and
two.
it wouldn't have. That's why I'm saying I'm glad it didn't happen. So I really did like that, as well as how she was saying that Joe's the prey now. He's not the hunter. He's the prey, and there's a predator out there looking for it, like tracking him down. And I like the fact that he let Marianne go. Sorry, he took her necklace and some slime shit, but he let it go. And that she's
Yeah,
not dead.
so
I did like
Marion,
that.
that Marion
Like-
scene happened, and then she wasn't even mentioned like at all or anything. Like she
That
just
was Joe growing. That gets to my theory. Not my theory, but theories I've been hearing. But you
Oh
can keep-
shit! Wait, what if this Reese bitch? Oh no! All right, we'll get to theories in a minute. Oh damn! Now I'm scared again.
whoa. Hashim, go first, and Wale, keep your thought. Wale, Hashim, go first.
Don't worry.
You might hear the theories. There's 2 of them that I've been hearing.
Yeah, go ahead. Let's get
There's
into it.
one. They might.
Wait. You gotta tell your overall thoughts on part 1 though. How would you rate it? All of you, go first.
I give it a like a 9. Like 9. That's pretty good.
Okay.
A 9? That's strong.
What would you give it?
Me, I give it like a 7.5, maybe an 8. I thought it was good.
That's my score too.
Huh?
That's my score too. 7.5,
Yeah,
8 out of 10.
I thought it was good. I like the mystery aspect of it. I like the new setting. I just think some of the characters are just really unnecessary. Some of them are just not like needed at all. And I think just some of the story subplots and just how things are maneuvered, I wasn't a fan of. But Joe's character, I think, is so well layered that he makes so many things that like could be dislikes. He kind of reels everything in. So honestly, if it wasn't for Joe being as great of a character as he is, like in terms of like entertainment wise, it probably would have been like a 6 for me. Honestly, he kind of saved for me. He kind of saved the season.
Gotcha.
To me,
okay. Now we can do the theories. All right, Ashi, you go.
So there's a couple, and they kind of like merge in together. But first, this is why I was saying you might be right before we start recording. They're saying Marianne dead, and that's why like you never really he had like the assassin came to him, he had to kill her, but like you just see he has the chain, right, and she supposedly gets on the train, right. But this goes into the second theory of this whole thing is Joe having a psychotic break, and it's really him killing everybody because he's always unconscious when the people are dead, right. And he had the ring on him, even though he thought it could have been bumped. He had it on him. What else did I have?
Wait,
Yeah,
time
like
out.
this is
Time
the
out.
guy.
Time out. I'm sorry.
He
wasn't unconscious when Simon died though.
Yes, he was. He's on the
No,
bench.
he was asleep outside the bench.
Yeah.
Was he asleep?
Yes.
I mean, he was
was
dozing off, but I don't
No, he was asleep.
He was asleep outside until he heard the sirens, and then that's when he woke up.
Mm.
And this also goes into that where he says, like, you don't see anybody else really talking to Reese besides like one time. So like he met Reese, and I think like he connected with him because he read the book when the student gave him the book, right? He already read it, right? and he's using Reese as like a scapegoat type thing of the actions of the person doing all these killings.
So are you insinuating within the theory that Reese is essentially like Joe's alter ego?
Pretty much, yeah. It's Joe killing everybody, and he's just not aware of it. Because it kind of makes sense. The theory kind of makes sense. Marianne being dead kind of makes sense. She didn't mourn him. Joe letting somebody go and just forgetting about them? That sounds crazy.
That's not. That's not. He's never done that.
And the girl in the house, Joe could have killed her a long time ago. The girl in the mansion.
Well, keep in mind, he heard Gemma scream when he fell out the window.
He was knocked out though. Remember, he jumped out. He fell out the window because of
but he rolled. But he ran up the stairs once he heard the scream. He was awake when he heard the scream when she died.
Yeah, he was awake, but she could have been dead before. Like, she could not have killed her.
Wait,
and
what?
It was Kate's scream, not the girl's scream.
Oh, that's true.
Oh, okay.
It was Kate who was screaming when she saw that Gemma was dead.
Yeah,
it wasn't. They never insinuated that Gemma was the one that was screaming. That's true.
Yeah.
Damn, that's a good ass theory. You know,
but who knocked Joe out then though? If Reese
it's just him having, I said, a psychotic break. Oh, who knocked? He just knocked out again. And then when he knocked out, he brought Roll down into the basement. I don't know. This is why the theory gets iffy in my perspective. He brought him down to the basement, chained him up, and then chained himself up. But in my perspective, how did he start the fucking fire? But
not only that. I'm sorry, Hashim. Not only that, if they're in like a basement, in the basement of the house where no one would know where they are, theoretically, right?
Yeah.
Because that's what Reese said to Joe, basically, and it's soundproof. It's soundproof. Why the fuck would he not only chain Roll there, but he would chain himself, and then, like you said, start the fire?
And know the layout of that room.
Psychotic break, and it's a psychotic break, and he must be perceived as like a hero after all this stuff. Like he's I'm saving Kate, I'm protecting her. I'm the one locked up. I gotta get out of here. I gotta save everybody else from this monster Reese. And all of a sudden, Reese is just spectacularly on TV talking about being the mayor. He could have not just been there. This is just the theory. That's what I've been hearing.
Well, what did Joe get from Marianne? A necklace, right? I don't remember the context of that shit, right? And if this man Reese has studied everything about him, he basically has been in his place and whatnot. If he finds that necklace, if he somehow finds out about Marianne, he's probably going to use her to get to Joe to kill again or something. Or he's probably going to kill her, like go after her himself. That's what I'm thinking.
Who says she's still alive?
I'm going to say she's still alive. I'm thinking Joe already let her ass go.
Hashim, you think she's still alive?
Yeah, I think she's still alive.
Well, yeah, that's funny because in the beginning of the season, when we watched the trailer, you thought she was dead.
Because
you definitely did.
I didn't get what we just got in the season. So right now, I'm going with she's alive. I'm going with she's alive, and that she'll be used as a wild card against Joe in Reese's favor. So we gotta wait and see. If not, then yeah, we're good. But yeah, I don't think she's dead now. Still hope not, but yeah.
Well, we can get overall predictions of how you think the season's going. Can I go first?
Yeah,
please.
I think Reese is working with somebody because there's no fucking, and this is why I'm bringing back Love, or the girl.
Son.
Listen,
Wale. Listen.
Shut up, Bobby. No, stop. It's Hashim's time. Stop.
No. It's between Ellie or Love, or Love's dad investigating into Love's death and finding out all about Joe. Like Love could have left a letter or something in that box. Just because there's no way fucking Reese gets all of that about his past. You don't know his name. You don't know his name, his real name. In no fucking way. All them articles that somehow connected to him. There's no fucking way. And that's why I think it's Ellie, because she knows a lot more she knows that he killed this, could have probably been following him. The money probably stopped from that he was giving her, supposedly after all of that. Could have found that he had a baby, connected where he goes, found about Marion. You know, it's if the dad of Love could find about where he is, I think he has enough power to expose him. Yeah. So I think he's working with either Reese or not Reese. He's working with like Reese is working with the dad of Love or Ellie or Love. I think Love's still alive. That's mine. Oh, she's still alive. It makes it interesting.
I hope she's dead in the ground. I'll
She's a
call
good
Game
actress.
of Thrones level
You
of
are
bullshit.
a piece
I
of
give her.
shit.
I give her. She's a good actress.
You are a piece of
I
shit.
will call
already.
Game of Thrones level of bullshit if that one who was
No,
poisoned.
no.
She was poisoned. Like he got a Uno
He-
reverse,
She
poison the
had the
ground.
poison. It was her poison. She
Mhm.
could have had an antidote.
I don't know. Her face
Facts.
looked like she was in shock when Joe legit Uno reversed the fuck out of her and burned the shit to the ground. Ain't no way she could find
could've
time to escape all that.
She could have
No
dipped.
fucking way.
Her
My
girlfriend did.
prediction, my prediction is that Love is still alive and she's the one that's helping Reese. The reason why is I say that is because it makes too much sense. Well, first of all, I'm gonna just spoil it. Well, not really spoil it, but I'm gonna just say I saw a Netflix account on Twitter post a picture of Love and Joe together, and it looked like it was a recent picture. So I don't know if they were. It didn't look like a picture of a past season, but I don't know.
They
But
wouldn't really feel that like that.
yeah, that aside, though, the reason I say I think Love is helping Reese is because
Because you low
think
key
about
in
it.
love with
The
her.
person that's texting through that app, right? It vanishes, right? Think about the messages. Oh, you gotta protect Kate. Oh, you got to kill Kate, but before basically I do type thing. Who would be the person that would most likely tell that to Joe to influence him to kill the person that she's concerned about being the next love interest of Joe? It would be Love. On top of that, initially, even if it was Reese through the messages, initially, what did he say? He was like, "Oh, yo, I know you're not who you say you are, Jonathan Moore." So basically, it was insinuating that he was looking up and doing research and trying to figure out who he really is. And then he found out his real name was Joe Goldberg. Again, it could tie right into Love. And again,
How would Love be an affiliate to these people? How would she reach these people? Like people like Reese to say, "Oh, yo, this is Joe Goldberg."
Her dad's
how did
dumb
Joe
rich.
Her dad's what?
I said her dad's dumb rich hired the assassin to found him.
Found it? Like, what do you mean? You think she couldn't find his location? Come on now, bro. Come on now.
It could not have been her dad. It could have been Love that really hired him.
So she's gonna find a random person in the UK who's interested in Joe to say, "Hey, this is Joe. Start fucking with him, or start killing your friends and work with Joe."
No, Reese has no. What we're saying is Reese has his own motives of why he's the killer.
Yes,
we're not saying that Love is the killer. He can have his own motives of why he's doing what he's doing. He wants power.
I didn't say you said Love was a killer. I'm saying how would you connect those dots there? Like it doesn't. The math is not math in there with that one. I have more high chance of thinking the whole psychotic breakdown than Love somehow being alive, like she's a White Walker or some shit. Raising up from the dead, fucking going to the UK, somehow connected with this dude and all this shit. Nah, it's not.
While the things has happened, Joe went to the UK, went to Paris, found Marianne.
Joe's been stalking people.
Find her at a food market.
Joe's been stalking people, bro. Joe's been stalking, bro.
The same type of crazy Joe is. So
you think Love is not capable of stalking?
Really? No, because here's the thing, though. Where that guy who was looking for him, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Who threatened to kill him, sent by the pops and everything. Why? So if anything, it would have been. I feel like it should have been stitched in a way where it's like a sign that Joe is being stalked. Actually, wait, hold on.
Yeah, think about it. Think about what you exactly. Look, the Love theory is getting to him.
Hashim, get the fuck back,
bro.
Get the fuck back out, bro.
The love theory is starting to make sense.
No. What I didn't think about, Love is dead. I don't give a fuck what you say. But for me, I'm just thinking, why
Okay.
did the guy, the assassin dude, ask for Marianne to be dead? Is he always said to clear his start a
That's the
clean
loose end.
slate? But
That's the
how
loose
is
end.
that? Huh?
That's the loose end because she saw him and she knows that he's alive and in.
And that he's dangerous and what his
Mm.
history is.
Yeah,
Because
and
she
that,
knows everything that he's done. So if
Yeah.
she's still alive, that's not good for him at all.
that's business.
Exactly.
Mm.
He didn't want to kill Joe. He just got lazy, assassin lazy. But he didn't want to kill Joe. So that loose end that could say that Joe's alive and then his boss finding out, aka
Or
Love.
maybe Love was the one that hired him just to
Bring
keep
this
tabs so
bitch up
that
one more time, bro.
so that she knows where he's located, and then she can.
Back to my
Valentine's Day
so
just
my
passed,
theory.
bro. Valentine's Day just passed. Love, bro.
VJ.
Damn.
No.
What's your-
Anyways, so
You got an ice box where your heart.
shut up. I said
to
my
be.
prediction, but I just said my prediction on the whole Marianne thing. My other thing is, I feel like I could be wrong still. I still feel like Joe might end up arrested for whatever reason. Just
He's getting arrested.
Just some kind of karmatic justice like coming in his way. Like his luck will finally run out. That's what I still think is gonna happen.
Not luck is skill, bro. He be murking people.
No, it's luck too. No, it's luck too. Because majority of the people that he's been interacting with while he's doing his killing and stalking and all types of bullshit, they're not as inquisitive and witty enough as he is to think fast and know his next move. Reese is very smart. He didn't allow Joe to try to manipulate himself. Oh yeah, can you let me free so I can be able to kill him? Free? Huh?
The dumb people upstairs wouldn't have let him free.
Bro, yes, they would have. Yes, they would have. They're airheads.
Yep.
Phoebe would have let him free, bro. If Phoebe was a killer, that nigga would have been free, bro. I promise you. Especially after she was trying to get some meat from him. She would have let him free, bro.
Sorry to backtrack real quick. One of the dislikes I really have about this whole series is how fucking strong Joe is. Joe will take down he took down Roll with a gun. He took out the buff dude last season.
But he didn't take down the butler though. That's what I just like. How do you do all that last season, but you had a trouble with some old ass dude? That's just me.
He built different. I don't know what workouts
he built different.
He'd be able to carry bodies easy
in a carpet, bro. Do you know how fucking heavy a rug is by itself? And you putting 180 to however many pounds on top of that, and he's just wheeling it, and he don't look that big or tall. So like, what the fuck? Yeah, that's wild. He don't skip chest day.
It's on that murder strength, bro.
He on that Wale workout plan, brother.
Oh God.
All right.
You been training Jonathan?
Anyways, are we done? Because y'all,
I'm
this is where y'all
I'm done. I know Love coming back. I know it. And
watch the trailer.
Watch that trailer.
Love
that bitch is dead. Ding dong, the bitch is dead. The bitch is dead. The bitch is dead.
You wish.
Same thing about Marianne.
The bitch is dead.
Same thing about Marianne. Yup. Keep that same energy. Yup.
Keep that same energy, bitch.
You gonna say that about Marianne? What's wrong with you?
She dead.
What did she do to you for that?
She big
bro,
dead.
She first
big
looked so
dead,
happy.
brother.
She looked so happy.
Listen. The chocolate beauty that's Marianne is alive. I don't give a fuck what y'all say. Anyways,
she's alive in your heart, but she dead in the show, bitch.
You know, if you think Love's alive, and I'm not hearing that shit. Anyways,
nigga, nobody cares about Beck, bro.
You saying Love's alive is like saying Beck's alive. So anyways,
no, it's not. Love is way more important than Beck ever was.
Wrap it up.
Thank you guys. That was our final thoughts. I'm not gonna ask anybody about their final thoughts. Looking forward to season 2, or not season 2, second part.
Season 4, part 2.
Definitely gonna binge it. This is it gets you thought provoking. You don't know what's gonna happen, how this man began all this information, and what's gonna happen next. But thank you guys for watching. Make sure you comment, subscribe, share. If you want to be on the show, we have a couple more episodes coming out with special guests as well. So thanks for watching, and we out of here.
Follow us on Instagram.
Facts.
That bitch Love is dead. DUD dead. Okay,
Yeah,
it is a sickness, and she is dead.